It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I hope you've been having a fantastic Tuesday so far.
Exactly. Well, we all know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but let's actually find out what are the health benefits of Jungle Oats.
Now, a healthy heart is a happy heart, and it starts with what you eat. So during the course of last year, we were making the most amazing recipes using various Jungle Oats products. But some of you might still be wondering why Jungle Oats is so good for you in the first place. So joining us in the kitchen this morning is Professor Pamela Naidoo, and Professor is the CEO of the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa. And she's here to spill the beans and tell us what health benefits are incorporated into Jungle Oats, and that will help you in your diet as well. So thank you very much once again for being here with us.
My pleasure. Thank
So when we talk about heart health, this is a very hot topic and one of interest to a lot of South Africans because I think we're all trying to pursue a healthier lifestyle. But what are some of the statistics that we need to be aware of currently?
Right. So it's quite startling because around the world you've got about 17.7 million people who die before the age of 70 from heart disease. In South Africa, you've got 1 in 5 people, adults I'm talking about, who will die from the disease. So it's a pretty hectic, statistic that we're looking at. And heart disease sort of falls under non-communicable diseases. So it includes cancers and diabetes. And if you take that as a cluster, it's second to HIV, AIDS, maternal deaths, and injuries in the country. So it sits at about 48% of the burden of disease in the country. It's pretty
It's scary stuff.
Yeah,
it's
very
scary
scary.
stuff. But fortunately, there is something that we can do.
Sure.
And the Heart and Stroke Foundation recommends oats be incorporated into your diet in order to aid your heart health. Why is that?
Right, so maybe I should actually tell you at the outset, I'm not sure how many of your viewers are aware of the heart mark.
No, I'm not even aware of the heart mark.
Oh, okay. So we, as the Heart and Stroke Foundation, we have an endorsement program, and you'll find your certain products on your shelves in the supermarket would have the heart mark logo. And if it has the heart mark logo, it means that it meets all the criteria for a healthy food choice.
That logo with the heart and knife and fork next to it. Oh, that's the heart. It's called the heart mark. Because I've seen it before. I just didn't know it was called the heart mark. So when you say it meets the criteria, what does that mean?
So the criteria is as follows. Primarily, it will be good in fats. It will be low in sugar, low in salt, and of course all the other micronutrients. So it's quite complex. And it will also explain, it endorses the fact that if you have a particular portion, say like 100 grams of the Jungle Oats, it would be adequate for your daily consumption.
Yes, part of your RDA.
Yeah. So, yeah, the heart mark is actually what you should be looking out for.
Okay, so what is better for you at the end of the day? Is it cooked oats or raw oats? And why?
Well, I would say they're both equally good, except that to aid digestion, I would suggest that you perhaps soak it either in milk or water.
If you were going to have it raw?
If you were going to, just let it soak and soften. Then it's just easier on your system as well.
All right.
So, or you could put in some yogurt and fruit, and so you don't have to cook it.
But there's nothing about the nutrients denaturing as a result of heat exposure if you are going to be cooking it. None of that happens.
No, I wouldn't say. I think it has equal benefit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's quickly, lastly, focus on the lifestyle habits that we need to adopt in order to aid heart health.
Right. So, look, I think that it's just don't get accustomed to having a sweet and a tongue and a salty tongue. So there's a couple of tips. Let me give you one classic example, and you can apply it in other areas of your life where nutrition is concerned. This year, the theme for salt reduction is 5 ways to 5 grams. Okay. So if you're having Jungle Oats, for example, don't have all. So you as an adult, you should be having not more than 5 grams per day of salt.
Okay.
So obviously that's over a course of the day. So when you're having your Jungle Oats, you've got to obviously then put a little...
Portion your little bit of 5 grams, spread it out.
Yeah. And everything else in moderation, it's really quite old-fashioned. It's really everything in moderation. Decrease your sugar consumption, eat more fiber in your diet, so fruit and nuts and, there are many, even... it's not that I'm sort of judging people who eat meat, but you don't always need to have the heavy red meat
Yes.
or white meats for that matter
Okay.
to satisfy your protein portion of your
Yes.
diet. There are many vegetarians who have adequate protein in their diet. So I think if you're really interested, you'll read around it and you can see how to, substitute the heavy foods for healthier options. And of course, your exercise or physical activity and zero tobacco smoking.
I feel like you were guilt-tripping me there over my love for chicken wings, but okay. Thank you very much, Professor. We really do appreciate it. And of course, heart disease and stroke are the second biggest killers in South Africa, as you heard earlier on statistically. But the good news is you are in control. Having a healthy heart is absolutely essential to a happy and healthy life. So you should try your best to always look after your own health and your families too. Incorporating Jungle Oats into your daily breakfast is definitely a step in the right direction.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.